Hey guys, what's going on? London here. You guys know what to do. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Today we're going to be going over a few different topics. There's a couple big ones in here, but we're going to be going over a few in today's Chelsea news video. We all start off with some news about Fikayo Tomori, and we all know he's moved on to AC Milan just for the remainder of the season on loan, but there's that option to buy for AC Milan. We've seen a lot of reports coming out recently whether AC Milan are looking like they're going to take it, whether they're not. There's a few. There was one recently that has come out. According to Calcio Mercato, I assume that's an Italian publication. They are saying AC Milan have every intention of buying Fikayo Tomori permanently, but the source reliability on that one seems to be down the stinker. It doesn't seem that they're very reliable, and it doesn't look like, as of yet, that's not saying that they won't go for him, but there's no reports that are valid that are coming out saying that they will go for him. You know, there's a lot of people that said, you know, they're going into this deal, I think it was something around 20 million euros, somewhere in that range, for the option to buy. And a lot of people saying, well, obviously they're going into this with the intention of taking him on permanently. Whilst I personally do believe that is the case, the publications reporting it aren't very reliable. So on that one, we can rest somewhat easy, knowing that, you know, they're not fully on board with it. At least the journalists don't know they're fully on board with it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up going for him in the long run, but the sources coming out saying that this is happening are not great, so at least rest easy on that one. Then we have news of a player that is currently at the club, and that is Hakim Ziyech. Now, we've heard the reports coming out. He hasn't really featured that much under Tuchel, but the reports have been saying, you know, he wants to leave. He's not interested in staying. He doesn't see how he fits into this plan. Of course, we play with the sort of new two number 10s behind the striker, and he's not really being featured in there. I think they need to be players that work a lot, that run a lot of distance over this pitch, and you know, are very happy to drop deep, collect the ball, run with it, not so much just stay out wide and cross like we've seen a lot of from Ziyech already. We know his left foot is magical when he can utilize it really well. But under Tuchel, he's not had much game time, and you know, as a number 10, I could envisage him playing well, but he hasn't had the game time, and the reports are saying he's looking at leaving. You know, he's not been here long at all. He was brought in under Lampard, and he's already thinking, I'm out. Like, I'm not sticking around for a team that's not going to play me. Maybe he thought that the manager didn't have the plans for him even in the future, you know, even to attempt to implement him into the team, but that doesn't look to be the case. Fabrizio Romano rubbished a bunch of talks that clubs in Italy were looking at taking him on, and then there's a few different sources that have sort of gone on record and said he's not unhappy at the club. You know, he might be unhappy at the fact he's not playing at the moment, but not so much that it's a major issue that he's looking at leaving. It's simply a case of he's a professional footballer. He wants to be playing every game realistically, and he isn't at the moment. I'm sure Tuchel will try and find a way to implement him into the team, probably as one of the number 10s, and possibly as the double 6s that we play with at the moment. But it's looking safe that Ziyech is not going to be pushing for a move just yet. And this one is edging towards some of the bigger news that we've got in this video. And Niklas Sule has received requests from several top clubs. If you don't know him, he is the German defender out at Bayern Munich, especially Chelsea, who are very interested. Anything is possible, including a contract extension at Bayern Munich. So it's, you know, currently he's at Munich. It looks like they maybe are going to be trying to push for a contract extension from him. All of these rumours of clubs being interested could be fabrication from his agent to try and get a move to happen and to try and get the best price possible for him at Bayern Munich. But it's also equally possible that he is actually looking for a move. There's clubs interested, especially Chelsea, and that's pretty big news to me. I would be very happy. I think if we took him on board, you know, he's quite tall, very dominant, played with the Bayern Munich team that has won the Champions League, so obviously is a good player. I would be very interested in us taking him. I'm not sure what sort of fee, you know, there's nothing going around at the moment with accurate measurements on what this fee is going to be if we go for him. I wouldn't be surprised if we go in for some defenders. You know, we've got Rudiger, Christensen, Azpi as our back three at the moment. Thiago Silva, whilst he's, you know, definitely a key part to our defenders at the moment, he is aging, so we will need to replace him at some point. And Niklas Sule, whilst he's not the youngest option, he's also, not the oldest, and he's in his prime years and could definitely do a job for us at Chelsea. So on this one, I'd be very interested in taking him on board. Let me know what you guys think of this one, because I think there's a few people that just say, nah, don't bother going for him. So let me know what you think. Then the final piece of news in today's video is that Chelsea are still intending on going for Erling Haaland in the summer. Of course, he did really well for Dortmund in the last run of Champions League fixtures, scoring a couple of goals, and we're still looking at going for him, which is good news. It's not, anything revelational, but every time that I see this news coming out, it's posted by The Athletic, so it's reliable. It just gets me a little bit more excited and just sort of reaffirms, okay, we're still interested. We haven't died our interest down. We haven't started thinking, is he the striker that we want to sign? Are we going to have another Morata 2.0 situation? It's not the case. Chelsea is still fully intentional on going for Erling Haaland, which is good. And if we could make, I don't think this team needs very many signings. I think if we bring on Erling Haaland as a striker, would be sublime. We bring in Niklas Sule, as we mentioned in the previous topic. We keep hold of Fikayo Tomori. I think, this team with a centre-back, a striker in Sule and Erling Haaland is pretty damn strong. I'm sure there's improvements we could make, in the middle of the park. Jorginho, Kovacic, whilst they are doing great at the moment, they have shown inconsistency in their game. So do we need someone in there that's a little, step up? Maybe. I could see that being a transfer that we go for. Of course, the wing-back positions, we're playing Calm at right wing-back, and whilst he's doing pretty well there, is it long-term what we're planning on doing with him? I'm not sure. We've also got too many players to try and play. If we're going to play with a striker and two number 10s behind them, we've got too many players for that. We've got Callum, Ziyech, Pulisic, who we've barely seen feature. Are we going to see Pulisic going at left wing-back? Because obviously he's more preferential to playing on the left. And at the moment, we can't get him in. But then we've got Marcos Alonso in this team that has now created a resurgence for himself with a 3 at the back system. So there's a lot of things, we're going to see a lot of movement in the summer transfer window. Hopefully some big incomings like Erling Haaland, Sule, whatever other defender we were going for. So big things happening as usual at Chelsea. Hopefully big signings coming in the summer. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave me a like and comment down below what you thought of these transfer stories. That really does help the channel out, so I'd appreciate it if you do. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.